Hello. In today's video, we will be demonstrating how easy it is to take contact records stored in a CSV file and transferring it into Salesforce using Trueloader. First, let's take a look at the practice accounts we set up in Salesforce for this particular use case. Here we have our first practice company, which is Salesforce. Under contacts, we have none listed. Next, our second company is Microsoft. Also under contacts, none are currently listed. Now before we get started with all the fun and festivities, let's first take a look at the CSV file for this use case. Here in our SFTP location, we have our CSV files. Let's take a quick look at the contact records information in this file. In this file, we can see the first and last name of 11 contacts with their basic contact information. That same information will automatically be split between the two companies seamlessly. So now let's get started. Our first step will be to take the first row header, highlight it, and copy to a new CSV file. We will save and rename the CSV file to contact_schema.csv. And here you also see it saved in the SFTP location as well. Now it's time for our Trueloader show to begin. Let's open up our Trueloader app and start a new connection. For this connection, I will choose Excel/CSV for our source connection. Our secure connection type will be SFTP. I'm going to name our connection Lawrence_SFTP_use_case_1. I'm going to also enter the SS host name and port and the details required to make an SFTP connection. I will select the primary access folder, which is where our data and schema files are located in SFTP. The file name pattern is a unique method by which Trueloader selects the data file based on the pattern of the file name. A wildcard *** can also be used to help Trueloader select the necessary data file. Now for this particular use case, I don't want Trueloader to archive or delete the data files after processing or reading them, so I'm going to choose do nothing. The next step, I'm going to choose the schema file that will help Trueloader to process the data file. I will submit it now and good, connection is created. Now since we have both the source and destination connections, we're going to jump into create transformation and start building the transformation. We're going to select the source connection, which is the SFTP connection I made. We will choose the source objects, then confirm and go to the next screen. On this next screen, configure destination, I can see the list of all the data sets available in the CSV. And in this case, it's going to be the only one. I'm going to configure the data set by clicking on the wrench. Since the CSV data is going into Salesforce, I'm going to choose primary connection, which is my Salesforce instance, and then I'm going to search for contacts, which I should have here in just a moment. There it is. Once we select contact, we can now scroll down to the bottom portion of the screen where there will be a list of fields on the left, which is the source CSV, and a list of fields on the right, which is the destination contact object. Now we can begin the real fun of mapping. First name to first name, last name to last name, company name to account ID. Wait, company name to account ID? That's not the same. Exactly. But I will explain further in just a moment. Next, we'll go phone number to phone number, mobile number to mobile number, and last, but certainly not least, the all-important email to email. Because of Trueloader's industry-leading customization and flexibility, we are able to map many to one and one to many. Before we go any further, let me explain how we are able to map company name to account ID. In Trueloader, we are able to configure the destination contact object, which in this case, we will need to do. In Salesforce, the company name you see on the front end is because of the account ID in the URL. To adjust for this, we are able to manually link the account ID to the company name. Now let's go back and configure the destination contact object. First, we will select Configure Lookup. Before you go any further, please make sure that all fields are deselected. Once we hit Configure Lookup, we will be presented with two types, Type 1 and Type 2. Type 2 is the more complex Configure Lookup, but for this use case, we will be using Type 1. We will select Account and Set, and then ID, and then we will come down and select Name, Use Field, and then we'll come over to Company Name and Add Subject. The copy of the subject will be enclosed by a single back quote. We will now go down to Apply Lookup, choose an operation to perform, which will be Use All, Apply, and then we will name our transformation, which will be contact underscore lookup underscore SFTP. Save, and now we are ready to deploy. Clear cloud means ready to deploy, green cloud means deploy, and red cloud means undeployed. Once we have a green cloud, we are ready to deploy. We head over to Manage Deployment, and once we click on the red Integration Now arrow, our data will be transferred. Often, as you know, digital transformation of data can be complex, difficult, time-consuming, and very frustrating. However, with Trueloader, complex becomes simple, difficult becomes easy, time-consuming becomes time-efficient, and frustrating becomes fun. And within moments, digital transformation of data is done. Oh, and spoiler alert, it works. The log history is our first evidence that the information transferred correctly. Now, for further evidence, we will head over to Salesforce to confirm that the data was accurately transferred. We will first check the contacts under Salesforce. We click on Salesforce, go under Contacts, and we have our first set of contacts, first and last name, email address, and phone number. Now we'll go to our second account, which is Microsoft, and we will see under Contacts the second set of names for Microsoft with the email and phone number. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to show how amazing of a tool Trueloader can be. For more information about Trueloader, please visit us at trueloader.com. My name is Lawrence, your Technical Engagement Manager, and I hope to hear from you soon.